My name is Shondine Woodward. I'm the art director on Button City and at my studio Subliminal Gaming.
So what made you guys decide to do a Button City sequel, but as a soccer game?
So the first Button City was about arcades, and that really explored our passion for arcade culture, community gaming, and just like people coming around together like to game and form groups. So soccer days, during that time we really got into playing soccer and watching soccer. So around that time, this team called New Mexico United came to our city, and we became supporters. We'd go to the games, really started exploring that like fan culture. That's kind of when we decided to make Button City Soccer Days. We made a rec league team and really kind of like dove deep into our love for soccer. And it felt kind of natural that we would shift it. And kids, like, time changes very quickly for them. One moment you're playing like at the arcade during the summer, and then the next like you're signed up for a little soccer team. So it's kind of that ephemeral like kid pass the time for children that I think suits the game very well. Also all the mini games that we had, we like to interject and mash up different genres together.
As an artist, what did you have to change with the characters? How'd you have to modify them from the first game so that they look and feel good and react well like they're playing soccer?
We actually got to reuse a lot of assets, a lot of the emotes. We made some new animations for them, more action-y soccer animations, and we made them new little like outfits and kits and clothes. We did kind of have to change a little bit of the architecture in terms of like how we stylized and built the characters, but we got to reuse a lot of it, which is neat because it's speeding up our development and it's keeping the charm and the aesthetic of the previous game.
You mentioned that you chose soccer because it's something kids do. 1 minute they're at the arcade in the summer, next week they're in other sports. Did any other sports come up in conversations? Baseball, hockey, basketball?
It was always soccer. Soccer foremost because me and my husband, when we're making games, we like to explore our personal interests. And we just love soccer together, and we get to make games about our shared interests and things that we love and get to do together. That's a really strong pillar in how we like to work and what we like to do as a studio and a couple.
Now, sports games are a little bit different. Like, you know, they usually have a stamina bar, there's team mechanics in it, multiplayer. Like, talk about some of the challenges when designing those into your game.
For Button City Soccer Days, we really wanted to kind of distill and bridge the gap between cozy games and sports games. Sports games can be kind of intense, and bringing in a new audience to it. So we wanted to really simplify things, kind of follow the like more of a Nintendo model for the game. Easy mechanics, maybe a little more difficult and fun to learn. Sometimes unexpected things happen with the physics. But we did want to keep some of the traditional elements. And we have another game called GobaBots in the original game, and we got to do a little bit of that genre bending, kind of reusing some of the mechanics and the team aesthetics.
So now that you're making a soccer game, what does this open up for Button City? Are you guys gonna like become the next Mario and do kart racing, golf?
Maybe. And this one we definitely think of it more as a spin-off. We do want to continue the Button City story and the narrative. We try and think of this a little bit like Kingdom Hearts. Like this is like the chain of memories. But I think Button City is very versatile. It's always been that mishmash of different things and exploring different ideas. And I like that the characters can translate into other scenarios, and you like to think of like, how would this character react if they were doing this other thing? So it's fun, and I think people connect with the characters first and foremost.
Now, if someone's never played Button City, are they going to know what's going on in Button City Soccer Days? Like, can they come in and kind of know the story?
Yeah, I think we definitely want to make it very approachable, that you can just jump right in and definitely get what the dynamics between the characters are. Learn new stories. We're going to bring in a whole new group of kids who are kind of going to be the new rivals. The big baddie, Peppermint Pepperbottom's coming back. He's forming a rival team. But yeah, it'll be approachable as a new person coming in. If you came to play Button City because you like soccer and this was your first Button City experience, we want it to be approachable, and approachable from the other end too. If you play Button City and you're not into soccer or sports games, you'll still enjoy it, and finding that happy medium between the two.
Awesome. I'm really glad your first game was successful enough to do a spin-off. Where can people find more information about your game, and do you have a release date?
No release date yet. We're still definitely in early development. But if you want to know more, Button City Soccer Days is wishlistable on Steam. You can go to buttoncitysoccerdays.com or you can go to buttoncitygame.com and find the whole Button City lineup.
And just because I have to ask, these cozy games, especially Button City, man, these games, they're really good on Nintendo Switch. Do you guys have any plans to release it on Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, so we've announced that it's going to be on all the consoles. Everything that we released, Button City on PS5, Xbox Series, SNX, and Nintendo Switch. Soccer Days is also going to be on those.